Like the opening sequences of Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs and Nick Love's The Business, I've started my film with the protagonist characters already having a relationship with one another. If we look at Reservoir Dogs, the characters are shown in a group, suggesting that they all either know each other or are good friends. Shown again by how they are laughing whilst walking down the street. And in the opening sequence of The Business, this is similar. This is because the two characters on screen are shown running together about to commit a crime together. Now, if we look at my opening sequence, we are introduced to a character preparing a table for a party of friends, placing a deck of cards, 4 cups, and 2 bottles of alcohol down, suggesting that he is expecting company. The next clue that the audience infer this is when the character Michael speaks the words, "Link? What are you doing here so early, Link?" This infers that he was expecting this character. Another convention of crime and gangster films that has been developed in my opening sequence is the costumes. Displayed in the opening sequence of Reservoir Dogs, the characters, taking the form of gangsters, are mostly wearing suits, which infers that they all take pride in their appearance, they are professional characters, and they are civilized. We then look at my opening sequence. The protagonist character Michael is wearing a clean suit, inferring that this character is professional and take pride in his appearance and is more of a civil character compared to others in the film. Also suggesting that he may be trying to impress someone, as in Reservoir Dogs. Then we look at the opening sequence of The Business. We see in this sequence that the protagonist characters are wearing tracksuits, inferring a sense of unprofessionalism, a wannabe feel, and suggests that they are a more common thug. Then we look at the second protagonist character, Lincoln, in my opening sequence. This character is wearing a tracksuit with his hood up, suggesting that he is more uneducated, more violent, and a reckless thug. Props. The props that reveal the genre of my opening sequence are the police badge, the suspect / clue board. These are major clues to the genre of my opening sequence. The opening sequence of Reservoir Dogs is more subtle in reflecting the genre. We infer the genre from the costumes, the way the characters talk to each other, the actions of some characters, and the action scene of the character in the back of the car with a bullet wound. The Business uses props and sequences of actions, for example, the use of drugs and guns. So the genre of my opening sequence is revealed more obviously than others in the genre. Raising enigma codes is also a common convention of crime and gangster films. We see in Reservoir Dogs a group of men walking into the distance. The audience question who these men are, what are they doing, and where are they going. We also hear a character screaming in the background as the following titles are on screen. This evokes many enigma codes. Inspired by this, I have done something similar. I have added the sound effect of Michael screaming for his life. Then the audience can see what is happening when this appears on screen, after the titles are finished. This consists of a torture scene, evoking many enigma codes like why, what is happening, and what has he done to deserve this. In The Business, we see characters running towards something, looking very determined. This invokes enigma codes such as where are they going, who are they. Then we see the characters commit a crime, and we question why. Inspired by this, I have started my opening sequence with the character Michael moving towards something. He's preparing for something. This evokes enigma codes, such as what is he doing, and then when the character is kidnapped, the audience again questions why. This has developed the sense of mystery as others films too have. The title of the film, in both The Business and my opening sequence, appears after the main scenes of action has taken place. This is also the same for the movie Snatch. So this is so that the title of the film sticks in the audience's minds as they have just witnessed this disturbing scenes of violence. Sound. Both opening sequences, Reservoir Dogs and The Business, both have a soundtrack that lasts for a large duration of the opening sequence. They are both catchy and stick in your head. I have done the same in my opening sequence. I have used a song that is both catchy and upbeat. One thing that I've chosen to challenge about the normal conventions of a film in the crime genre is that most films in the genre use a establishing shot to display the location of the film is set in. For example, if we look at The Business, we can see most shot types used are long shots, showing the characters running into frame or across frame, conveniently displaying the locations of the film in the background. Again, with the opening sequence of Reservoir Dogs, we see the characters walking into frame using a long shot. We can see the background of the location. Then we see a better view when they walk further, showing us a city or urban location. My opening sequence does not display the location that my film is set in. This was to keep and create a sense of mystery that all films in the crime genre have.